In this MMS Tech Byte, I'll be going over the Attendance Codes Total Report. This report is available in both MMS Generations and the Staff Portal. The focus of this Tech Byte will be on the Staff Portal version. First, we need to log into the Staff Portal. You can access the Attendance Codes Total Report by clicking on the Attendance menu and sliding all the way over to the Reports, and it is the fourth option down, Attendance Code Totals Report. This report can help you identify those students that are on their way to getting perfect attendance for the year, as well as those students who are in trouble of failing because of excessive absences. Let's go over the setup for this report. I can see here my first option is to select a starting and ending date range. I'm going to leave my range as is because I want to identify those students who may be creeping up to excessive absences, and I want to gather that data for the entire school year. You could run this report to identify, for example, here I'm going to uncheck all of my codes, and we want to generate a list of students who on a specific date are going on a visit to various colleges, and so I want to generate that list so that all of the teachers are aware that, or the office is aware that these students will be out of the building for the day. So this is very helpful. We can limit our report to just one date or for a range of dates. So I'm going to leave mine as a range, and you've already seen this here. These are all of my daily attendance codes that I have in my school database. My report, I want to limit it to all of the absences a student may receive. I'm going to uncheck my college visit, and I'm just going to go through and select all of my absences that a student may have, whether they're excused or unexcused. So I've got my half days, another half day, any legal. I'm not going to count medically excused. Definitely don't want present. Then I've got my sick half day. I'm not going to pull in my suspended codes. And the last one is my unexcused absence for the full day. The next thing I have is I have three options to list students with, and I can set the number of occurrences for the selected codes combined. And my options are more than or equal to 1, which is what I have set there. I can do less than or equal to 1. Or I can list students with exactly one occurrence of the selected codes combined. I'm going to use the option of more than or equal to, and I'm going to use the number 2. So it's going to list any student that has more than or equal to 2 absent codes as I have selected in this list. Now we have the option of starting a new page on a field. For example, we could use homeroom, and we could do all occurrences of it, or we could do a specific occurrence. Actually, I'm going to change my mind, and I'm going to use year of grad. I have the option of starting with and ending with a specific range of my year of graduation. I'm going to limit it to just my seniors. So I'm going to start with 2015, and then I'm going to end with 2015, and I can also enter in a report title. So this is all of the setup for the report. It's not very complicated. I have the option of selecting a student range, but by limiting my starting with and ending with my year of graduation of 2015, those are the only students I'm going to see in my report. If I had stayed with my homeroom option, I could limit my student range to just my seniors, and then my report would break on the list of students per each homeroom. So that is an option. let's talk a little bit about save settings and recall settings. So save settings, if I click on that, there's a couple of steps involved in saving settings. So I'm going to add an item and I'm going to give it a name. So this is going to be Year of Grad 2015, absent totals. So I'm going to save the name. This is just the name of the settings that I've just created. Now with that name selected, I click Save Settings, and now my settings are saved. I click OK, and then we can close. To recall settings, you would click on the button here, select the settings that you want to recall, and I only have one setting so far, so that is what it's defaulted to selecting, and then all I have to do is recall settings. MMS displays an alert saying that my settings have been recalled. I click OK, and then I click Close. All right, so we've set up a report, we've saved our settings, and we don't need to set a student range because it's already set to my seniors, so let's print the report and take a look at that. So here's my report. I don't have a whole lot of attendance information in my database. I'm sure any school would have an attendance report like this come May 1st. They would be very excited. But I can see here that I have my date range. My Year of Grad 2015 is the title that I gave my report. I have the date that it was produced and the school year that it's from. And these are the codes that I have pulled in and the range of what I was looking for in the report. So it is students with more than or equal to 2 occurrences of the following codes. And it's those codes combined. And this report will just give the student name. It does give the year of graduation. It'll give the student's ID number, their homeroom, and then what their total is. And I can see that Amy Abatici is at 14 absences for the school year. So it does total them all up, and had I included more than 1 year of graduation, it would have given me a subtotal per graduation and then the grand total afterwards. And if I want to go back to my setup of the report, let's do all of our high school students so we can see that page break happening. And now let's print. Here are my seniors again, and I'm just going to page through. Here are my 2016, my juniors, with the subtotal there, my sophomores, and my freshmen, and then my grand total. So for the school year for my high school, I have a total of 80 absences. It doesn't give a student count, but it just gives a grand total of the absent count. And that is the attendance codes total report.